Now Patchogue is one of many examples in which a downtown area has been reinvigorated by residential and commercial development in the downtown area, especially residential development, because the business community in the downtown area survives on people who live there. Not people who are going to visit there, but people who live there. And you can see that in Mineola, you can see that in Westbury, you can see it in Farmingdale, you can see it in Patchogue, you can see it now in Port Jefferson. There are Valley Stream. There are many places around the island where this type of new development has occurred. It's bringing in a new demographic to Long Island, and it's really been a focal point of how Long Island has changed from a residential development standpoint over the last 10 or 15 years.
I write a blog called Off the Record, and last week I wrote about the fact that white investment dollars have to be investing in poorer communities at this point. Look, it alleviates a lot of the tax burden. It solves a lot of the the problems. And so we looked at Patchogue, and that really to me is a national model. Okay, that Patchogue was hurting for a long time, and it could have really went down a bad path if that hadn't have been revitalized. And I just wonder why there's so much resistance or reluctance to be doing that in the other poorer communities we have.
I don't think there's a reluctance. A perfect example where it is happening is Wyandanch, where there's a very, very big redevelopment project, half of which is already built, in which all the units are already occupied from a residential standpoint, right by the train station. And MTA, of which obviously I'm a member, helped in that regard. We built a brand new parking garage for the area so that the at-grade parking could be redeveloped into something obviously much more important to the community. So I think it's more a question of leadership than it is unwillingness to do so. The people in the community, both the elected officials who represent the community and the non-elected officials, the community itself really has to want it and has to make it easy for a developer to do it by rezoning the land for multifamily already, for putting together the consolidation of plots, which is not the easiest thing to do in a downtown area. With that kind of leadership in those type of places, I think you'll see even more of it happening in some of the different areas on the island.